there, welcome to my channel. I'm Thobekile. In this platform, I create content that really is aimed at, getting us healthy, getting us whole, and getting us sound, and we can't really talk about, holistic health without really mentioning a bit about our spiritual growth, about our spiritual formation and our spiritual development. So in this video, I'm going to be sharing a little bit about, this concept of spiritual growth and why we should engage in it and what does it really look like. So let's get straight into it. So whether we like it or not, we are all in this path towards maturity. We are all on this path of growth. Most of us are keen on the process and we all want to grow, we all want to develop, we all want to mature, right? But when it comes to our spiritual growth, our spiritual formation and, maturity, I find that many of us do have good intentions, to grow and to mature, but not many of us, are kind of clear on what that looks like or what it entails. And I'm hoping that this video is going to shed a little bit more light. In essence, spiritual growth is when we grow to becoming more and more like Christ. We're talking more like Christ in how we think, in how we behave, and even how we do life in general. So I'm not sure, maybe some of you have got this foundation, but when we get born again, there's a lot that is deposited in our spirit in that new birth. The word tells us that we become a new creation. And meaning that, the old, self, that old spirit that was separated from God, that was dead, that couldn't have a relationship with God, passes away, and the new spirit is birthed within you, and that spirit is one spirit with Christ. And we're sealed by the Holy Spirit, vacuum packed with all the good things that we'll need for life. So we're talking about the power of God. We're talking about, the authority of, over, stuff, over the enemy. And we're also talking about, the fruit of the Spirit, that ability to choose, wisdom over everything else. So we are vacuum packed with all of that. And spiritual growth has a lot is more about us working that thing out, working out that salvation. And this spiritual formation really takes place when we take the time to, do the things that we're seeing in the Word. I mean, in James, it talks about how, we should not just be hearers, but we should be doers of the Word. So it's only when we start engaging with the process that we actually get to start to grow and mature and work out all those goodies that have been placed in us. So I can hear somebody just asking, so and then what is in it for me? What is this whole spiritual growth gonna do for me? First of all, I'd like to say that the word tells us that to be spiritually minded is life and peace. And I think for most of us, we really want to have more of life, because life is not just about the number of days, but it's also the infusion of life into your life and just being able to be at peace, with things that are happening around us, that peace that surpasses all understanding. And we know that, and the word tells us that when we grow and mature spiritually, those are some of the things that we can expect to enjoy in our life. The second thing is that when we invest in our spiritual growth, it really does affect all other areas of our lives. So you're looking at growing in this area of in your spirituality, and then it enhances your parenting, it enhances your career, how your relationships, the quality of your relationships. And I think most of us are really up for that growth and for that development, and therefore we will all benefit if we are to grow spiritually. I've seen that in my own life, that the more I dig deep into the word and trying to engage with the Holy Spirit in terms of becoming who He has created me to be, I've seen improvement in terms of just my involvement with the kids and the family and things that I'm involved in. So and that also sets us apart to be able to serve effectively, people around us. I know for many of us, we want to be good role models. Many of us also want to leave a mark. We want to do something significant. And if we grow ourselves, we'll be able to grow our impact as well. And I mean, to top it all, man, this is the ultimate goal of why we're here. Even as Christians, it's all about us growing into the fullness of stature of who Christ is, maturing into, conforming into that image of Christ. So it's something that we are called to do as Christians, that we conform, and as we conform, we'll also reap benefits in other areas of our lives. So if you're one of those people who are thinking, you know what, I hear what you're saying, I think it sounds cool, but I think I am so far from, being this image of Christ or being like Christ and things like that. I just want to assure you that, every person on this planet and the earth, I think I can definitely say none of us have really attained to the fullness of Christ's stature. Meaning that it's a lifelong process, it's a journey that we all go through. Some may be far along on the journey than others, but we're not really seeking perfection here on the day one, and it's not really you who's doing the work on yourself. You don't have to change yourself and clean yourself. Just get on board, and the Holy Spirit, who knows where you are, who knows how to teach you and how to engage with you, will walk you through this journey with you. And I promise you, it's going to be worthwhile. Some of it has not been easy. I don't want to lie to you. Some of it may not be the easiest things that you've ever done, but the character development and the benefits that come as a result of engaging in the process far outweighs, the disruptions and the discomfort that you experience as a result of trying to engage. So if you're still one of those people who are saying that, I'm still not sure, I want to, but I'm not sure if, I can trust this process and things like that. I just want to dare you, and I just want to challenge, you to, to dare to believe the word and to dare to believe what God says in his word about you. And one of the things that I'm confident about is that he has a good plan, an even better plan than the one that you have for yourself. So when we're engaging in this process of maturity and growth, and that's when those plans and those things start to unravel for your own life. And and if you're still struggling, I think maybe spend a little bit more time learning and trying to understand, his nature and maybe how much he loves you and his thoughts about you. That way you will be able to sort of engage with the process in a way. So I think that we can agree that, immaturity is a real enemy for our growth. It's a real enemy to our destiny as well. So if we take the time to invest in our spiritual growth, we are sure to also reap some good benefits in many other areas of our lives. So in the next sessions and the next videos, I'm going to be sharing a little bit about, those factors that can enhance that growth, those factors that can help you to grow. I hope you have enjoyed this one. See you in the next one.